I have had the most tearful day today, just trying to get my head around everything. And I feel like a complete overwhelm and very much, how the heck do you begin to deal with this?
Hello, welcome back to my little series that I'm making here. So I've had a bit of a health thing going on with my chest at the minute. I'm a bit chesty cough. And I'm wondering if my body's fighting with all of this endo stuff, that it's taking away my immunity elsewhere. I don't really know, but I'm actually feeling all right. I've got quite a bit of fight in me at the moment, and I think because the people around me have been so good and so supportive and loving and kind and sweet and lovely, that I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling as though things are going to be okay.
So hello, I'm just going to, and I've got this horrible cough thing, which is just ridiculous, but I wanted to kind of document this, and I don't know if it's going to be going up to YouTube or not, and if it does, it's because I think it might be able to help somebody else. At the moment I'm going through something gynecological and potentially very serious, and I just wanted to kind of document it so that, I don't know, maybe it gives somebody else hope or courage or knowledge. I don't know what, because I might not even upload it, I don't know. So this is what's happened so far. I had about, where are we now? It's March 2020. And in January of 2019, I had an abnormal smear came back. I did write a blog post about this, but I didn't make it public on YouTube because it just seemed a little bit over the top, really. But I think when you're in that scenario and that situation, that's kind of how it always makes you feel. So I had this abnormal smear, went back, had a colposcopy done, and it came back that I had low grade cell changes, which they class as SIN1. Now, if your immune system is really, really good, you can get rid of that by yourself. So I tried taking lots of supplements and things, and I don't know what the update is with that because I haven't had the repeat test done. However, I was getting some bleeding, abnormal bleeding, and I'm really sorry, I look so terrible, don't I? It's to do with the cold and well, I haven't got a cold, I've got a cough. So I had some abnormal bleeding, and they sent me back to the colposcopy or the gynecologist, and they was like, that won't cause bleeding. So they just kind of left it, which I don't know why they did. But then I've been back since, because again, I've had some more bleeding, and it lasted about 10 days. And the thing is, this is really going to be TMI. So probably if you're somebody that's like not interested in things like this, then click off. So I had, I went through a real bad shock about 3 years ago now. And I'm not a headache person, but I had a headache for 3 weeks. And I was on my period at the time, and they stopped and they never came back. And when my period was a bit late, so I was having some pains as well at the same time, I went to the doctor. He said, what's the last day of your last period? And I went, oh, actually it's 2 weeks late. And he did hormone tests, and they all came back. He said, you have had your menopause, been out the other side, and it's finished and it's done. I was like, what the heck? I said, I can't be. I was on my period like 6 weeks ago. So he was like, no, well, that's what the blood tests are telling me, and that's that. And I didn't have a period since. And I think it was to do with the shock, to be honest. But anyway, so when this bleeding started, I had an early menopause, and I shouldn't be bleeding at all. I went to see another gynecologist, and he said to me, the SIN1 won't cause bleeding. He said you shouldn't be bleeding from your cervix with SIN1. So therefore, we're going to need to look inside your uterus. And it's funny, my book that I'm writing about the IVF, it says in there, when I was 21, I had my first surgery. I didn't know what a uterus was. And some review people read it, and I was like, what do you mean you don't know what a uterus was? I just didn't know. Nobody spoke to me about stuff like that. My parents did talk to me about these things. Anyway, so and now I know what a uterus is, and mine has served me really well, and it gave birth to my lovely twins, so I'm really grateful for that. But anyway, so they did a D&C, which was a little bit horrific, I can't lie. So I had to have, because I've got a retroverted uterus as well, and a very small cervix. So with my colposcopy, they couldn't actually get into the cervix to check it properly. So he had to give me 2 injections, local injections, into my cervix to try and numb it, like what you have at the dentist. But I said to him, yeah, this isn't in my gum, is it? This was quite painful. And then they took a biopsy, because they could see on the scan there was something there called endometrial hyperplasia. So in other words, I have a womb lining and I shouldn't have a womb lining. And they said postmenopausal women, they like to measure them below 4 millimeters. This might be different in different hospitals, I'm not sure. But mine was measuring at 7 millimeters. So they needed to biopsy that because there's a small chance it can be cancer. He told me that. Now, I stayed quite calm because I thought, yeah, you know, thinking that's what they've got to say. And he said, we will be back to you. I'm actually on the cancer pathway at the moment. So my GP referring me to there took 2 weeks. The results would take another 2 weeks. And then any, you know, treatment will need to be started within 2 weeks. So it's a 6-week pathway. That's the UK, the way the NHS work it, which is absolutely fantastic. This biopsy done and they've taken it off. I lost a lot of blood afterwards, which is perfectly normal. And then I started to get really scared. And then I started to think, oh my God, what if? And I just sort of thought, should I keep a track of the journey on here to show people, you know, what happened, what might happen, what could happen, how I felt. And even if those results come back and they're fine, there's a 54% chance that it can turn into cancer. So they're going to have to get rid of that uterine lining anyway, probably by ablation, which is where they burn it off. I'm going to need some surgery done. They might even say to me, can you just do a hysterectomy, because I've had my children. But I don't really want to have that unnecessarily. I don't know why. I just feel as though if we're given bits and pieces in our body for reasons, I just sort of feel like we should keep hold of those if we can. But I'm really frightened because you can't help but think when you hear that word, I've been afraid to use it. When you hear that word, you know, I lost my best friend, most of you know that, just before Christmas to breast cancer, and she's the same age as me. I miss her terribly and I love her dearly. You know, you can't help but think of that. And my kids haven't really got anybody else. You know, the last of our family is my mum, and she's got dementia and heart failure, and she's 80 now. And, you know, the other side of the family, they don't really see. So I'm just like, what the hell? But they are 20 now and they will look after each other, but I can't help feeling that. And I can't help feeling as though, you know, what do I need to cram into my life? I know this is probably going to be quite long, this thing. It'd be more like a documentary, won't it? But let's just hope I'm one of the lucky ones and it comes back, that it's all treatable and it's all going to be completely fine. I don't know, but I do feel as though I'm going through ups and downs at the moment, trying to be strong. And then just watch this space and I will keep you posted. They did say they'd write to me with the results, but I can't see that they're going to write to me if, you know, I need, because normally, I know this from Dad, when Dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer, they took him into the office, and the Macmillan nurse was there and everything, and you're just like, oh, the Macmillan nurse is here, you know what that means. I've had some pain since as well, so that's a little bit worrying. And I just feel as though this is my time of life now, where I've worked damn hard for so long, and it's kind of, everything's coming together now. So kind of, can you leave me alone, please? Can you let me live my life now? Even though I'm tired and I've got these other ailments and things, it gets on my nerves. I do feel as though there's so much good going on in my life, and I want to keep it that way, you know. But then I think everybody that's got a scare like this feels cheated, don't they? So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to keep positive and think about all the things that I want to do when I'm better again, when I'm over all of this. What do I want to do? Now, there's a place that I've been to once before on holiday, and I want to go back and revisit there. Jasmine and I have been speaking about trying to do some other sort of trip. I'm not sure what, maybe Australia or something like the Maldives or Bora Bora or something, I don't know. And I'm at a stage at the minute of needing to sort my house out, hence all these things around me. We are just selling and selling and selling loads of stuff, getting rid of as much as possible, making it as clean and sweet as possible, because we've got big renovations going on starting in 2.5 weeks time. So yeah, so I'm trying to keep positive and keep a focus, and you know, hopefully I'm going to be okay. But at the minute I feel exhausted, but I've got this terrible cough that just keeps knocking me sideways, and I've not really been able to do very much. I'll tell you something though, I feel really like calm about life, which is a bit weird. I feel as though I've given up the struggle, finally. I've always kind of struggled and thought I need to do more, be better, and now I've sort of given that up a bit. So that's a really nice feeling, and I hope that it stays that way. I just feel a little bit more like I'm letting things unfold slightly, but I also do feel as though I'm ever so much slightly more needy than I've been, and thankfully the people around me are showing up beautifully for what I need them for, and let's just hope that you know, I can get through this and be fine and not hurt anybody in the process. You know, I'm not ready to leave the earth, and you know, I don't need to be old. I don't need to be like my mum. She just sits and watches TV all day. I just think, oh my God, I don't want that to be my life. But at the minute, I'm not even down for watching TV. I just keep going to sleep. But yeah, so I just want to live a quality life with people who love me, and just be okay, and just be, you know. Anyway, please leave your comments down there if this is you and you're going through some stuff, because we need to open this line of communication. If there gets any sort of stupid comments, I'm going to close them. I might even pull this video down, because that is not what this is about. This is about, I don't know what it's about, sharing my story again. You know, I do that a lot. I've just been reading through one of my Bosnia stories that I wrote back just before Christmas, and it needs publishing. I've got all these things need publishing and writing, and just so much to do, and I want to get it all done, you know. So, oh, something that I am doing, because if you don't know, I'm a scientist, and my degree is in human nutrition, the biochemistry of nutrition, and probably professionally shouldn't say this, but on the list of things that can cause issues that I've got, now we were always taught never to blame the patient, don't ever make the patient feel it's their fault, but I think sometimes there are things you can do to try and help your own health. And for me, I carry a lot of extra adipose tissue that I would like to get rid of. Now, adipose tissue gives off estrogen, and estrogen can cause this this issue. So at the moment, I'm on a massive, like, right, let's get as much weight off as we can and try and eat a sugar-free diet and that kind of thing. So wish me luck. Right, so yeah, I've not had any bleeding, so that's all good. I haven't had very much in the way of cramping, but I am taking some painkillers at the minute because I've got pleurisy in my sides. So I do feel a bit like I'm a bit of a broken person, but I'm feeling really positive. I'm feeling as though, hang on, come with me, because I need to shut this back door, because I don't want all my neighbours hearing all my news about my womb issues and what's going on. So I just undid that to let the dog out, and now she's looking at me and crying. What's the matter? Why are you doing all this? But yeah, I feel quite positive, because I just feel as though I've got a lot to live for right now. My life has taken a turn, and it's just been pretty amazing. So I'm sort of like, I've got to be all right. And even saying I'm going to have some surgery and stuff, it's not very good for the law of attraction, is it? So I'm a little bit like, do I don't know. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep you posted, and I'll just let you know, I seem to be going through stages. Like initially, completely shell-shocked. I think I've got 2 weeks before I'm going to have my colposcopy done again on my cervix. So I'm a bit concerned. I've got cervix and womb issues. There's things not happy down there, isn't there? But, oh yeah, this is some news. I've gone sugar-free, dairy-free, not dairy-free. I don't know even why I said that. I've gone sugar-free, low-carb, low-starch, because the fat cells in the body, and mine are high. I don't know if it's because I've got these big boobs going on, I'm not sure. But my body fat percentage is really high, and the adipose cells, which are the fat cells, give off estrogen. They antigens to estrogen. And estrogen is one of the things on the list that's about the only thing that I've got that could cause this endometrial hyperplasia, which is what I've got. So I thought, if I can get my body fat percentage down a bit, let's have a go. So I've been really on it, I've been really good, I've been fasting and low carbing, and I've lost 4 pounds in my first week, so that's not bad, so I'm happy with that. And that's without any exercise. I've been doing loads of resting. I'm also on steroids at the moment as well, so that's for the lung thing, and I'm just hoping that that's not going to do anything adverse to the other stuff, but I don't know, maybe it'll just give me a general boost. But yeah, so I just thought I'd keep you posted and let you know how it's going, and I probably won't get back to you now until I've got some results, which
could be here by this time next week, maybe the week after. But like I say, I've got a lot of support around me. Everyone's been brilliant actually. My kids, I think, are quite, it's made them sit up, you know, whether they're frightened or not, I don't really want to say, but it's made them sort of sit up and think, oh, they've been really, really helpful around the house, and it's just really encouraging and lovely and sweet and kind and nice. And, you know, I'm lucky. There's a handful of people that I've really got that I can count on, but oh my goodness, what quality people they are. So I'm feeling very lucky. And that is what's going to help me get through, I think. So keep it, everything like positive and crossed, and let's hope I'm going to be okay. I'll be back soon.
Well, hello. I'm fully aware that I'm looking pretty rubbish, but I wanted to update this video. As you know, I've been waiting for biopsy results to come through, and I've had to chase it because we are in the middle of the corona pandemic at the moment, and it has been what's going on with the hospital and that sort of thing. So I've got a colposcopy coming up on Tuesday, which has been brought forward by a week, probably because they've had a load of cancellations and things. In case, I don't know when I last updated you, but I have pneumonia. It's going, I'm feeling so much better now, thank goodness. And the other news I was waiting for was about my endometrial hyperplasia biopsy. Now, I found out today the results of that were normal. I cannot believe it. I'd kind of got in my head that like I was going to be okay in the end, but I might have to go through some stuff now. I still might need to have surgery to, ablation surgery to get rid of the womb lining that I shouldn't be having there, because the statistics, the science thing shows that if you've got that, there's a 54% chance it could turn to cancer. Now, it isn't that yet, so I've got every reason to stay positive and think life's going to be amazing when I start to look a bit more like myself. And it's really weird because I started to think about my future and I wasn't thinking about that. So life feels really different today, and I just allowed myself to be completely lazy, be an ill person, because I want to get over this and be really well and crack on with my life. I need to sort my house out because I've got building work and that going on and stuff. So I am lucky, really, really lucky that that's come back like that. And now we just need to deal with it so it doesn't progress to any other stage. And then when I've got my colposcopy on Tuesday, let's hope the results of that come back at least no higher than a sin 1, hopefully gone. And then I can really feel as though I can start to plan my life and plan my future, get myself well. And the minute I know that, because you see, I was not really killing it at the gym, and I felt really well and strong. And then, because going to the gym too much can cause your cortisol to rise, and cortisol rising is not good for repairing your body. So when I found out I got this, I clawed it right back a lot, but obviously that's had other effects on my health as well. So when I know I'm okay, that's it, I'm back on it, and I'm already doing my nutrition thing really well, which is good. So I'm sorry this is a bit chatty and I'm a little bit but I couldn't let the day go without giving you that news. Obviously the family's really pleased. I'm really pleased. I can't even tell you how that's made me feel, but I just feel very blessed and I can look forwards now, you know, I can look forwards to my future, which is just brilliant. And thank God, yeah.
Good morning. So hello to this my womb and me kind of video. It's the following day after I found out the news that my biopsy from my womb is all clear. It is endometrial hyperplasia, so it will need dealing with, but there's no cancer cells. Big thumbs up. It's made me feel really different about my life. I was at the stage of thinking, you know, oh, I won't plan this, I won't plan that, I won't, you know, because of this and this and this. I just had an email coming. I wonder if that's from my friend. And now I feel like I can start making plans, and it's so brilliant. Oh no, it wasn't. And it's just such a good feeling. So Tuesday I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to the hospital for a colposcopy, which is a biopsy on my cervix. And I'm just going to start to do this now and think, what if that comes back completely fine? Because at the minute as well, I'm paying an awful lot of money in life insurance because of these issues. And so if I get the all clear on that, then that can lower down, which would be brilliant, because then that will be a little bit more income for me to make ends meet, carry on with my writer journey, and just, you know, make things happen. So I'm feeling really good and very blessed and very, very lucky that that's kind of been the result that it's been. So happy days. I will see you on Tuesday. Hello, it is Tuesday. Welcome to the My Womb and Me kind of series. So today's the day of my colposcopy. I'm a little nervous, I can't lie, but I'm looking a bit better, aren't I? So I've put some makeup on. First time I've got perfume on in ages. So yeah, we're going off to the hospital now, and I'm really, really nervous because we're in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. So I'm going to be really careful. I'm going to get some hand sanitizer. I am running slightly late, so I'm going to try and get you some footage while I'm there if I can. If not, I'll update you afterwards. I'm feeling really positive. I'm feeling really like it's either going to be no worse news anyway, put it that way. Hopefully, let's just think that it might actually be gone. You know, if my cells have gone, changes things. I feel different already.
If you suspect you may have coronavirus, please do not enter the hospital. Instead, please call 111, stay indoors, and avoid close contact with other people.
Okay, fresh out the hospital. I have had my test done. I might be slightly, so I was just checking that email, might be slightly like TMI, so just make sure that you switch off if this is, but when I had this done like a year ago, they couldn't get into like the inside of my actual cervix. It was a bit of an issue, and this time they managed to get right inside. I think it may be because I had it dilated with the womb thing. Right inside, they've taken a good sweep of the cells, so when we get the results back, they should be fairly conclusive, hopefully. So I'm quite hopeful that whatever the outcome is, it's going to be conclusive and we're going to know what we're dealing with. So I'm really, really happy about that. So that's quite exciting. Exciting is really the wrong word. Oh my god, I've just seen they're doing takeaway down at our local curry house. Oh, that's amazing. I bet that's really nice food as well. So yeah, I've got to wait 4 weeks. If I haven't heard by 6 weeks, then my results will be back. But obviously with everything going on with the corona, it's probably going to be a bit weird. But yeah, so watch this space and I will keep you updated. But I'm really, really pleased at how well that went. Hello guys, it's the 18th of April now, and I have had my letter from the hospital. Very excited. I don't know, is that a weird thing to say, to open it? But at the moment, I'm not completely sure what has gone on, what I've got. So it did say my results are in, and it's also said they can discharge me back to the care of my GP, and my next smear isn't due for 3 years. So I'm thinking surely they wouldn't do that unless it was a good result. But I'm not going to actually celebrate too much until I know, and it's Saturday today, so we're also on lockdown from the virus. I won't say the words because it'll pick it up. So I've tried sending an email and phoning the hospital, but obviously I'll have to wait till Monday till they come back to me. But it's sounding good, it's sounding positive, and I'm just now feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to kind of look after myself because it looks like I'm going to grow into an old lady, and that is going to be, I'd written myself off, to be honest, but I'll talk more about that when I know for sure where we're at and what we're dealing with. And I haven't washed my fake tan off yet, so that's why I look a bit dotty, but I wanted to keep you up to date. I feel like every single one of these videos I look like terrible. I've just had a massive crying session, massive tears. Let me tell you, I got the all clear. I couldn't be happier. So this is what's happened. I had a letter from the hospital, and abnormal cells, it just said, I don't know what it said, can't remember, and it said I've got to go back for my next smear in 3 years. So I phoned my doctor today and I was like, 3 years when I've got abnormal cells? And anyway, so I've just had an email from the colposcopy secretary who said there were no abnormal cells. So I've obviously wept like a baby. I'm very happy. My body's actually got rid of this by itself now. It's taken some doing. It's taken lots of supplements, trying to not be stressed, get some early nights, get the right amount of exercise, like not too much so that I knock my immune system out. I've also stopped drinking soya milk in my coffee, went back to normal milk. I'm not convinced that's brilliant either, but it's certainly not, you know. So I couldn't be happier, and that's really weird. I've got to kind of plan my future now, and
and think, what am I going to do with my life and how am I going to make this life work for me, which is just insane. I should have put some lipstick on. Anyway, I'm never sure if I'm going to upload this video, but I wanted to document it for somebody else who might be going through something, ups and downs, highs and lows. There is sometimes a happy ending, and oh my goodness, I'm so pleased that my body has managed to, it's not let me down for once, it's fought it. And you know, all those little things that go on inside your body when you're trying to fight something, it's done it, and I'm just so pleased. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful for some of you ladies who might want to watch it, and see you in my next video. I don't know. Yeah, thank you for watching. Take care.